Now, this is an SHTF moment, and most Americans don't even realize it is coming. But the truth is that we have been programmed to not even notice, and this has all been by design. Now, I want to share a story with you that should pretty much scare you, should scare you quite a bit. And from this story, I need to provide you with a massive warning because something major is happening right before our eyes. So, what is happening here in the United States? Well, what is happening is that the American people are being priced out of a basic necessity, that is food. Food is one of the most basic necessities, and it is getting so expensive that the American people can't even afford it anymore. Food costs have gone up over 10% year over year, and retail experts project that it is not even close to coming down anytime soon. And then you factor in that SNAP benefits are being reduced by 40% across the board. That is a huge, huge decrease. But why is all this stuff happening? Well, here's what I can tell you. Simply because of supply and demand. According to one grocery store manager, he says, and I quote, "The price of food will continue to increase until U.S. consumers feel they can afford it. Right now, theft is ridiculously high, that prices are going up because of anti-theft measures. Once we see unemployment rise and households can't afford food, prices will explode because of households having difficulty securing this basic need. And as more stores close down, it will increase demand in other stores, which will push prices up even more. This truly is an economic problem, not a food supply issue." Now I want to touch on this just a little bit, because something that a lot of people don't realize is that many retail stores are closing down. We even heard from Walmart, and the Walmart CEO said many months ago that theft is causing stores to raise prices, but it would also result in stores closing if they can't meet financial expectations. And part of the problem was theft. Well, get this. Just over the past couple of weeks, Walmart has already announced that they will be closing 10 retail locations. Yes, 10 locations. There'll be 2 in Oregon. One is at 4200 82nd Avenue in Southeast Portland. The other is 1123 North Hayden Meadows Drive in Portland. Both of those because of theft. They'll be closing one in Wisconsin. This will be at 10,330 West Silver Springs Drive in Milwaukee. They'll be closing one in Washington, D.C. This is on 99 H Street Northwest in Washington. One in Florida. It's at 6900 U.S. Highway 19 North in Pinellas Park. This is actually a neighborhood market concept. They'll be closing 3 in Illinois. One is at 17,550 South Halsted Street in Homewood. The other one is at 12,690 South Route 59 in Plainfield. The other one is at 840 North McCormick Boulevard in Lincolnwood, which is actually a pickup-only concept. They'll be closing one in New Mexico, which is 301 San Mateo Boulevard, southeast Albuquerque. And they'll be closing one in Arkansas, which is at 3701 Southeast Dodson Road in Bentonville. Again, this is a pickup-only concept. Now, some of these stores have been getting hit really hard by crime. As a result, they will be shutting down. Others are realizing that they can't meet financial expectations with the pickup-only or neighborhood market concepts, so they too are closing down. But here's where things get very interesting. What happens when these stores decide to close down? Well, shoppers have to go elsewhere to buy their groceries. And according to store executives over the past couple of years, as stores close down, it gives other stores the opportunity to bring in those new customers, which normally results in higher prices across the board. So obviously this is not the best news because we already have food prices that are extremely high, and now we're being told that they're going to go up. But it doesn't stop there. The news gets even worse. Walmart. This is one of the largest retailers here in the United States. It's even bigger than Amazon and Costco. And when they close a store, they first attempt to get their best performing employees to another Walmart location. Now, This makes sense, and it sounds like a very good thing. But in turn, it also puts more pressure on other workers. Now, I had a conversation with the Walmart regional manager. This is the one that I've talked to in the past. And based on my conversation, this is what she said. And I quote,
"Closing any location is difficult. I've only had to do this 3 times since I started, and it is tough. But it does create opportunities for the store. When new employees come in, it allows management to review current staff and let go of those that are underperforming."
Now, when I heard this, obviously, I do invest into Walmart, so I was curious about the cost. And so I asked her, does management ever consider the wages of employees when they make cuts, or is it solely on performance? Well, here's what she had to say. She said, and I quote,
"Of course, if performance is equal, we will oftentimes let go of those that are paid more, but at the same time, letting anybody go is very difficult to do."
Now, the reason why I found this so interesting is because of this one thing. Walmart is attempting to move employees from those closing stores to other nearby locations. Guess what? If the employee decides to move, and let's say it's further away from their house, they have to pay more money to travel. Okay? That's an increased cost. Now, that also means they're probably going to put in more fuel into their vehicles. Again, an increased cost, upward pressure on inflation. Now, I'm not saying this is going to really push gasoline prices through the roof. It's probably not going to move it at all, but it's, again, upward pressure on inflation. As more retail stores close, as more employees are trying to move to a different location, guess what? More upward pressure on inflation. That's a problem, especially when the American people are already being priced out of food. We cannot afford food now. How are we going to afford food in the future if prices continue to increase? And what if we lose our jobs? What if we cannot afford food at all because we have no income coming in? What do we do then? That's where things become this SHTF moment. This is why we're here. Things are only going to get worse. Now, yes, there are some positive things that are on the horizon. However, there's more negatives currently than there are positives. And if that's the case, chances are we're going to go backwards. So this is why I just wanted to give you this warning. A lot of people are saying that, food prices, they have to come down because at some point the American people are going to stop buying it because it's so expensive. Guess what? Food is a basic necessity. Food is not a new vehicle. Food isn't new clothing. Food isn't buying new shoes or getting new furniture or new appliances for your house. No, food is a basic necessity that we have to consume to stay alive. So this is not the case of, if it gets too expensive, then the people aren't going to buy it. No, if it gets too expensive and that's all that there is, we have to buy it. We have no other choice. Just to give you an example, I really need to get some bananas. My kids love it. They love the, obviously get some potassium in them as well, but they love bananas. Well, the bananas that at the store that I went to, they were like double the price what they used to be like 2 weeks ago. But because my kids love them and they're good for you to eat, I purchased them. Here's the thing. If I had no money and I absolutely needed, let's say, bread or milk or just another basic necessity, what am I going to do? I'm going to figure out a way to get that item. Now, this is the part of the problem as food prices continue to increase, as retail gets more expensive, everything is just going up. Guess what's happening? We are seeing people resort to theft in order to get these basic items. That's a problem. And as things actually get more expensive, theft, according to many executives, is going to rise along with it. So, this is my warning to you. Be ready. Prices are going to increase. And so you need to be ready to pay those prices, which means figure out a way to make more money, pay down debt, and have money in savings. If you can do those 3 things, chances are you will be just fine. So, that's what I got for you guys today. Hopefully you have a wonderful rest of your day. Do me a favor, do 2 things. Go ahead, hit that like button. Also share this video with your friends and family over on Facebook so that they too know what is going on. But again, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one.